New Year, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. Yes, guys, we made it. We made it into the year 2025. Congratulations, guys. If you are watching me today, no matter the time and where you're watching me from in 2025, congratulations, massive congratulations to you. It's not easy. Do you know how many people that started 2024 that did not make it, that did not see 2025, and today they are no more? It's not as if we are better than them. We are more intelligent, more brilliant, outspoken, more, prominent, wealthy. In fact, we are not better than those who are in the mortuary, neither are we better than some of those who are in the grave today. But here we are, full of life, full of strength, full of hope. Isn't it God? We owe it to God. I owe it to God. I say thank you, Jesus. And thank you to each and every one of you for your constant love and support. Always, time to time, on this channel. Like, you guys made my 2024 a wholesome one, like an awesome, an incredible, an amazing year. And I owe it to you all. Aside God, I say thank you. May God bless you from the depth of my heart. May God reward each and every one of you from the depth of my heart. In fact, guys, I cannot thank you enough for all your constant love and support. In fact, if you leave me, I will sit down all day to appreciate all your love. Like, guys, I'm truly grateful, and thank you for all your efforts and constant support on here. It will never go in vain. Everything you put out your hand to do, come to this 2025, you will succeed. You will never know shame. Anywhere you go, seek for your heart desire, doors will open for you. God has opened doors that no man can shut. God has opened the doors of finances. God has opened the doors of blessings. God has opened the doors of favor. God has opened the doors of breakthrough. In fact, this year is your year for supernatural announcement, breakthrough in all ramifications. Like, God's goodness, mercy, and protection will be upon you, your generations and generations of one. Guys, I prophesy into your life. I decree and I declare that you will know no shame. As long as you are truly a fan of this family, a fan of this channel, God will bless you immensely. You're a supporter of Vibe with Chivik Inspirations. In fact, anywhere you have been in contact with my life, God will bless you. Guys, thank you. And yes, I haven't said this. I want to let us know that the new president is someone that has come and has come to stay with his own agenda, with his own manifesto, with everything that he has promised the good people of Ghana as a nation, as a country, taking the precedent of their predecessor, Sir Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, to deliver to the masses. And the goal and the aim at the end of the day, that every reasonable and responsible human in his right sense, whether you're Ghanaian or not, should aim at is putting the country in the right path, taking the country to the right destination, making Ghana even better than what our predecessor, Sir Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, actually wanted. That wherever he is at the end of the day, he will be smiling and he will be happy that yes, the motherland Ghana is doing absolutely well. And guys, it will interest you to know that this man's personality is not just something that is more politicized, but he is a humanitarian, like a man that is well-groomed, cultured, and well-oriented when it comes to what investing in what agriculture and other things. And
busy weekend for me all over the Savannah area. Farmers are busy because the fires have started, and if you don't get your crops in quickly, the bushfires will burn them. So we're harvesting soybean and maize on this farm, yellow maize for the poultry industry, and then soybean. We supply our maize and soybean directly to the sanctuary farms where they do poultry. Earlier we were on the livestock farm. We started with the goats and the small ruminants, and we started with 300 of them. Right now they've increased to almost 500. We have another 200 animals, and we started just a few months ago, and so it's looking positive. We're going to add the other sheep, and then also eventually cattle. And so we're doing livestock, and then we're doing crops. One of the major problems we had this year, especially with the crops, is the drought that occurred. After we planted, the rain came to a stop it stopped raining, and so after germination we had a problem with the maize and the soybean being able to take root. Luckily, we have some irrigation equipment here on the farm. We have 3 sets of irrigation equipment, so we rolled them out, and that is what has saved part of the crop. But we lost about 40% of the crop. We were able to save only about 60%. We'd have harvested more this year, but unfortunately, the drought happened. So what we're looking to do is to go totally under irrigation. We have a small river over there, and we've drilled 5 boreholes, which are very productive. And so next year we're going to use a pivot system so that we can have enough water for irrigation, and it will allow us to do 2 crops instead of 1 crop a year. We have equipment, different kinds of equipment. They're working well, but after sales service is a problem. A lot of the dealers sell you the equipment, but once you buy the equipment, sometimes you can't get the parts, spare parts. And so what we need to do is to standardize the equipment and make sure that anybody who's selling agricultural machinery in Ghana is able to offer the farmers after sales service. Because right now is the harvest time. One of our combined harvesters is down, and they don't have the parts. They have to order them from outside. If we say we're waiting for them to bring the parts from outside, by the time the parts come, bushfire would have finished this crop. Happily, one of our neighbors has a good combined harvester, and that is what you saw me riding. We have hired it from him to come and help us, to be able to harvest all the crops before the fires come in. And that's why I believe that we must have farmer service centers where we have specialized agencies repairing and operating the machinery, and then let the farmer farm and let somebody provide him the service of the machines so that it doesn't have to be his headache. Today my headache is about this combined harvester, how to get a part. It should have been somebody's headache, and mine should just be to procure my seeds, get my fertilizers, and be able to grow my crops. And so it's a good experience, but farming is my life. I love it, and I'm sure if I didn't go into politics, I'd be a full-time farmer. In any case, when I retire, after this stint, of course I'm going to go into full-time farming. If you want to see me, you'll have to come here onto the farm.
That's one thing I like about the good people of Ghana, the country Ghana, how they put their focus on intelligence, hard work, legacy, and humanitarian, serving the masses, right? Standing for the masses, standing to defend the cause of the land, above money, above crimes, above anything that is indicting and incriminating. That is what the motherland stands for. They do not, associate themselves with anything that is fraudulent, incriminating, compared to, get where I'm coming from, my country, Nigeria, where we vote based on sentiment and bias, favoritism, and all whatnot. But Ghana is absolutely different. And guys, it will interest you to know that, first off, this man is a farmer. It will also interest you again to know that after his emergence as the president-elect, soon to be inaugurated, right, a lot of doors are opening from the European countries of investors, yes, that would definitely collaborate and do massive things with the motherland Ghana. And this would definitely, from my own understanding and point of view, correct me if I'm wrong, lead to better prospects, goals, and achievement come this 2025 that we are already in. And let's take a look at how that went when they visited, and we'll be right back.
Not only to maintain, but even deepen with the incoming administration. But first and foremost, congratulations to you, sir, to the running mate as well, who will be the first female to hold this position of vice president, and we wanted to acknowledge the smooth as well organization and conduct of the election. And wanted to present you with, I would say, the large scope of our partnership.
Thank you. Let me take this off a bit. I have a bit of a cold, so yeah, thank you very much. We have a long-standing relationship with the EU, and we value that relationship very well. The EU is one of our major trading partners and economic cooperation partners, and so, like you said, not only maintain the relationship but raise it even to another level. A lot of the foreign successful election we had. Unfortunately, there were a few incidents that have added a few deaths, and it is our intention to investigate, what led to the deaths of those people, and if people are culpable, then they need to pay the price, for what they've done. And so, as soon as things settle, I hope that this government will start to investigate those incidents. But if that does not happen, we will do it as soon as we come into office. We would want to engage as early as possible with the EU so that we look at the details of our cooperation and see how we can tweak it to match the program that this new government wants to undertake. I'm sure you've heard many things from our manifesto and all that, and so we're hoping that we'll be able to sit with you as quickly as possible and see how we can align our programs to suit the new priorities that the incoming government would have. So far, things are going well. We, according to the Presidential Transition Act, inaugurated the Joint Transition Team yesterday, and Mr. Debra is one of the co-chairs. And so myself and President Kwadwosheldon would be sitting in reserve to meet with the team anytime there are issues that need to be dealt with at our level. But so far, things are going well, and we're happy for the support that our international partners have shown. I've received a lot of congratulatory messages from several heads of state, and I had the opportunity to speak to President Macron, and also we have a scheduled phone call from the UK Foreign Secretary, and our neighbors, we have calls from our different neighbors, African heads of states, and interestingly, Indonesia. I had a call from Indonesia.
Spirit of Bandung.
From Indonesia. And so, I think that we're starting with a lot of goodwill, not only locally, but from the international community. And we're very grateful for that. So let me thank you for the congratulations, and we hope to continue to work with you in the spirit of the cooperation between the EU and Ghana.
More so, it will also interest you to know again that there are so many things that are on ground that the president, in the person of John Dramani Mahama, has set out to deliver, that I'm sure most of you do not know. And this is on behalf of the country Ghana. And yes, I need the world to know that we are coming, we are starting. This is 2025, the year of doing massive things, big things. Let's take a look at what it is first, step by step, bit by bit, digesting and analyzing it without sentiment and bias. Fingers crossed. Remember, we stand for Ghana, we stand for West Africa and Africa, not for any individual, right? Let's take a look at that, and we will be right back to conclude.
Newly elected president of Ghana after the 2024 elections is returning to the highest office in the land with an opportunity to reshape the country's future once again. Known for his ambitious infrastructural agenda during his first term in 2012 to 2017, Mahama left a legacy of both completed and uncompleted projects that aimed to transform Ghana's developmental landscape. In today's video, we are delving into 6 major projects started under the Mahama's previous administration that were left uncompleted when he left office in 2017. We'll discuss where they were left off, what progress has been made since, and the opportunity Mahama has to revisit and possibly finish what he started. If you are number 1, we have the Eastern Corridor Road. First up, we have the Eastern Corridor Road, a game changer for the transportation in Ghana. This ambitious project was designed to create a direct link between the southern and the northern part of Ghana. Passing through the Volta region, it was seen as a critical infrastructural piece to improve trade, reduce travel time, and boost economic activity between the regions. During Mahama's previous term, the construction was underway and some sections of the roads were completed. However, large portions, particularly in the Volta and Oti region, were left unpaved. For example, some parts from Esikuma Junction to Green 3. In 2016, only 27% of this section was in good condition, but by 2022, 74% had been improved, with many more uncompleted as well, making travel frustrating for commuters. Drivers and traders who relied on this road to transport goods between markets were forced to navigate through hazardous and rough terrains. After Mahama left office, progress on the road slowed, although some portions were completed under the Akufo-Addo administration. However, as of now, the road remains unfinished in key areas, creating a bottleneck for regional connectivity. With Mahama's return to office in 2025, there's renewed hope that he might prioritize this road once again and fulfill his vision of connecting Ghana's north and south more effectively. At number 2, we have the Community Day Senior High School, also known as E-Blocks. One of Mahama's flagship projects during his first term was the Community Day Senior High Schools, popularly called the E-Blocks. These modern school buildings were designed to address overcrowding and improve access to secondary education, especially in rural areas. The plan was to construct 200 schools, but by the time Mahama left office, only 46 had been completed, leaving over 150 at various stages of construction. For many rural communities, these schools represented an opportunity for children to gain quality education close to home, eliminating the need to travel long distances. However, when the administration changed in 2017, work on many of the uncompleted E-blocks stalled, leaving several of them abandoned or in state of disrepair. Fast forward to today, and while some of these schools have been completed by successive governments, many are still unutilized. As Mahama prepares to take office again, education advocates are urging him to complete the remaining E-blocks and fulfill his promise to make secondary education accessible to all. Will he pick up where he left off? Only time will tell. At number 3 is the University of Ghana Medical Center. Another standout project for Mahama's first term is the University of Ghana Medical Center. This state-of-the-art hospital was envisioned as a cutting-edge facility for medical research, specialized healthcare, and advanced training for health professionals. By the end of Mahama's tenure, the hospital was nearly complete, but operational issues delayed its opening. For over a year after Mahama left office, the UGMC sat idle as debates over funding and management slowed its activation. This delay was widely criticized, especially since Ghana faced significant healthcare challenges that such a project would have helped address. Eventually, the hospital was commissioned and is now fully operational, providing critical healthcare services to Ghanaians. However, the delayed opening of the flagship project highlights the challenges of ensuring smooth transitions between administrations. As Mahama returns to office, many are wondering how he will prioritize healthcare and whether he will ensure the future health infrastructural projects are completed and operationalized without delay. At number 4 is the Ho Airport. Over in the Volta region, the Ho Airport is another project tied to Mahama's infrastructural push, designed to boost tourism and economic activity in the region. The airport was completed during Mahama's term, but was not operationalized before he left office. When the Akufo-Addo administration eventually commissioned the airport in 2021, it brought hope to residents of the Volta region. However, the airport's potential has yet to be fully utilized and even realized, as it struggles to attract consistent airline traffic. Without regular flights, its impact on tourism and business remains limited. With Mahama's return to presidency, the question arises, will he take steps to breathe new air into the whole airport, ensuring that the airport fulfills its economic potential? Would actually be a key priority to his second term. At number 5, we have the Takoradi Port expansion. Next is the Takoradi Port expansion, a critical project aimed at modernizing Ghana's oldest port to accommodate larger vessels and boost trade. With the rise of oil and gas activities in the western region, the expansion of the Takoradi Port was seen as essential for economic growth. Under Mahama's administration, significant groundworks was done, but the project was far from completion when he left office. The Akufo-Addo administration continued work on the port, and today some sections have been completed, allowing the port to handle increased cargo. However, the full expansion plan is still a work in progress. This project represents a major economic opportunity for Ghana, and Mahama's return could bring renewed focus on completing it. Strengthening the Takoradi Port could unlock new trade opportunities, creating jobs and boosting revenues for the country. At number 6 is the Sagaru District Hospital and other healthcare projects. Finally, let's talk about the Sagaru District Hospital and other health facilities under the Ghana Hospital Project. During his first term, Mahama launched several hospital projects to improve healthcare access nationwide, especially especially in underserved areas. While some were completed, others like the Sagaru Hospital in the northern region were left unfinished. Successive governments made efforts to complete some of these projects, such as the Wa Regional Hospital, which was commissioned in 2019. However, many health facilities remain incomplete or underutilized, leaving gaps in Ghana's healthcare system. As Mahama prepares to take office in 2025, these unfinished health projects represents a chance for him to deliver on his vision for equitable healthcare access. With Ghana facing persistent health challenges, completing these facilities could be a top priority for his administration. So, why there's so many of these projects remain uncompleted? There are several reasons. At the first of the list is funding challenges. The sheer scale of Mahama's infrastructural drive stretched Ghana's resources, leading to delays. There is also the matter of time constraints. Many of these projects were initiated late in his term, leaving insufficient time to see them through. Also, the political transitions. When government changes, priorities often shift, leading to stalled projects. As Mahama returns to presidency, he faces a unique opportunity to revisit these initiatives. Completing these projects would not only solidify his legacy, but also bring tangible benefits to Ghanaians across the country. John Dramani Mahama's return to power in 2025 marks a new chapter for Ghana. His first term left behind an infrastructural legacy filled with both success and unfinished business. From the Eastern Corridor Road to the E-Blocks and the Takoradi Port expansion, these projects symbolize his vision for Ghana's development, but they also highlight the challenges of governance. Now, as he steps into the presidency for a second time, all eyes are on whether Mahama will complete what he started. Will he prioritize these uncompleted projects, or will he forge a new path? Let us know what you think in the comment section below. Mahama is set to take office in 2025 after his historic win in the 2024 elections. One of his flagship policies generating major buzz is the introduction of the 24-hour economy, a bold initiative aimed at transforming Ghana's economic landscape. In today's video, we will be diving into what the 24-hour economy really means, revealed by President John Dramani Mahama himself, and what his strategy is for reviving Ghana's economy and how he plans to navigate the challenges ahead, including working with the ongoing IMF programs and more. If you are excited to learn more about this game-changing plan, hit the like button right down there to support this channel and also to inform others as well, as by hitting the like button, it helps the video get to more people. So let's get started. First up, let's break it down in simple terms. What exactly is the 24-hour economy? According to the president-elect John Dramani Mahama, this policy is not a new concept. It's already been implemented in many countries worldwide, and Ghana is set to join the list. Speaking in a recent interview with The Voice of America, Mahama explained that the idea is to incentivize the private sector to extend their working hours, boost productivity, and ultimately create more jobs. This means businesses could run longer shifts, operate 24/7, and employ more people to meet the increased demand. So how does this benefit ordinary Ghanaians? Imagine factories and businesses staying open longer, creating more opportunities for employment. Traders, transport operators, and service providers would all have the expanded hours to cater to the demand of a growing economy. For young people especially, this initiative could open up more job opportunities in sectors that thrive on extended work schedules, such as manufacturing, logistics, and hospitality. But how does Ghana transition into a 24-hour economy? Mahama highlighted that this is not something the government can do alone. It requires collaboration with the private sector. The government's role is to create the right environment, provide incentives like tax breaks, improving infrastructure such as electricity and transport systems, and ensuring security so businesses feel confident to operate during extended hours. Think of it this way: if a factory owner knows they will have reliable power and access to affordable credit, they are more likely to extend their operations and hire more workers for night shifts. Similarly, the improved street lighting and law enforcement could encourage more businesses to operate safely around the clock. This is the essence of Mahama's 24-hour economy plan, a partnership between the government and private enterprise to maximize Ghana's economic potential. While the 24-hour economy sounds promising, Ghana's current economic challenges cannot be ignored. President-elect John Dramani Mahama has openly acknowledged the turbulent state of the economy, citing high inflation and ballooning debt as key issues. To address these, Mahama plans to take a two-pronged approach, stabilizing the economy in the short term and pursuing long-term reforms. In his interview with The Voice of America, Mahama emphasized that his government will continue working with the International Monetary Fund. Although his administration wasn't part of the initial negotiations of the current IMF program, he stated that they've already started discussions with the fund to ensure both sides are aligned on the way forward. Unlike previous times when Ghana went to the IMF for just macroeconomic stability, this time we also have to deal with debt stability, Mahama explained. He confirmed that his government would not abandon the current IMF program, but would look for opportunities to tweak and enhance it to better serve the country's needs. Mahama has made it clear that his top priority is bringing down inflation, which has eroded the purchasing power of Ghanaians. He also plans to focus on stabilizing the Ghana cedi, which has suffered significant depreciation in recent years. For ordinary citizens, these measures could mean relief from skyrocketing prices of goods and services. Reducing inflation and stabilizing the currency requires disciplined economic management. Mahama's strategy includes cutting unnecessary government expenditure, reducing the deficit, and increasing revenue through better tax collection. While these measures may sound technical, the bottom line is that they are designed to restore confidence in the economy and make life more affordable for Ghanaians. One of the challenges Mahama's administration will face is working within the constraints of the current IMF program. According to Mahama, there isn't much room for radical reforms right now, as the program dictates strict budgetary guidelines. However, his government plans to deepen the existing reforms and prepare their own economic program once the current IMF extended credit facility ends. This means that while Mahama may not have complete freedom to implement sweeping changes immediately, he is focused on laying the groundwork for a more comprehensive economic transformation in the future. The key here is continuity. By building on the IMF reforms, Mahama aims to stabilize the economy first and then introduce policies like the 24-hour economy to drive growth. At the heart of Mahama's economic strategy is job creation. The 24-hour economy is just one example of how his administration plans to stimulate employment. By encouraging businesses to operate for longer hours, the goal is to increase production and create a ripple effect across multiple sectors. For instance, a manufacturing company that operates 24/7 will not only hire more factory workers, but also create demand for transport services, food vendors, and maintenance workers. Similarly, extended working hours in retail and hospitality sectors could lead to more opportunities for youth employment. In a country where unemployment remains a major issue, these initiatives have the potential to make a significant impact. Of course, transitioning to a 24-hour economy comes with challenges. Infrastructure like electricity must be reliable to support extended business hours. Public transportation systems must also operate efficiently to cater to workers during night shifts, and security must be enhanced to ensure that businesses and workers feel safe to operate at all hours. Mahama has acknowledged these challenges and pledged to work closely with stakeholders to address them. He has also emphasized that the success of the 24-hour economy depends on the private sector's willingness to participate. With the right policies and incentives in place, however, the plan could transform Ghana's economic landscape. President-elect John Dramani Mahama is entering office with a bold vision for Ghana's future. His 24-hour economy policy aims to boost production, create jobs, and make Ghana's economy more competitive. Combined with his plans to tackle inflation, stabilize the currency, and work within the IMF program, Mahama is laying the foundation for a brighter economic future. But as with any ambitious plan, the road ahead will not be without obstacles. The success of the 24-hour economy will depend on effective collaboration between the government, private sectors, and the ordinary Ghanaians. Will Mahama's vision deliver the results Ghanaians are hoping for? Only time will tell.
Now, haven't seen, haven't heard. Just like the commenter and the insight has told us, it is now left for each and every one of us at the end of the day to put our hands on deck, to collapse as one, work as a team, to see that yes, come what may, the president and his team will deliver based off everything that we have seen. That has been his agenda. That was what he actually started years back before he left the office, and now he has come to continue from where he stopped. Like, it is of great interest to know that yes, we are looking forward to a greater and a better Ghana come 2025 and beyond, throughout his tenure, as long as Jesus tarries. And I know that from what I am seeing, I can sure bet that yes, with God, all things are possible, that the president will definitely deliver and even do better. To everyone who has come and led the country, I will say, well done, because and to whom much is given, even much more is expected. Yes, we are looking forward to a better Ghana, and we are looking forward to a greater West Africa and Africa to the world. That is our goal, that is our prospect. And at the end of the day, I will love you as well to tell me, what do you think? I know that you didn't know most of these agendas that were even left behind, that were even left, and at the end of the day, is here to be continued by the president. What do you think? What are your thoughts, your opinion, your input, your objectives? Kindly leave them all in the comment section. And once again, happy new year to each and every one of you. Thank you for your constant love and support. Let's do it better, let's do it greater this 2025 and beyond. And with God, all things are possible. Guys, if there's one thing I'll ask from you, I do not ask for your money. I will only ask that you hit on the like button, share this video so that more people will get to know and understand what we are coming with. We are coming like time bomb. We will soon explode. So whomever you are, as long as you're a citizen of Ghana or a non-Ghanaian of West Africa, of Africa, let's work and act as one, because together, united we stand to do great things, to succeed and win, but divided we will fall and fall apart, and that does not build a nation. Remember, peace is priceless and terror is senseless. One heart, one mind. Thank you so much for watching and watching patiently up to now, and I will see you in my next one. But for now, keep vibing to your environment, to nature, and every good stuff worth vibing to. It is me, it is I, your host, Vibes Upon Vibes with Chivik, the ambassador one of the motherland, signing out. Ciao, ciao. Mwah.